My wife's making me peanut butter cookies. They're pretty good. She thought she messed up because she used olive oil. Seems like they taste fine to me. So this is just, I'm just gonna run this to see if anybody pops in. See if anybody wants to chat or whatever. Well, I actually don't even know, so. All messages are visible. I might as well switch that on, right? What happened? Oh, at least it wasn't metal, right? Okay, kiss the boo-boo? Where there? Right there. It kind of burns. Here. They're all better, right?
Probably one time I got like.
It's too bright that way. You sit down, chat with me, and I'll eat peanut butter cookies with you. Who else looking at me like, what the fuck? I want some too.
The house. The house isn't. Mama. What?
What you don't hear when I cut out. Bird Life Kid tells her how it is. Mama! Mama, hear me! Now! I got dogs here at my feet. You want a cookie? You want a cookie or what? I know some people might get offended by what I say about my wife, but don't. That's just sarcastic joking. You know what I mean? She really ain't throwing me through the goddamn into the countertops. Don't bring up my sex life. Only if you knew.
Looks like it's great.
You heard her, literally.
When we get it.
I'm supposed to get a share with dogs. Come on, flip. Okay, this is what I'm looking at. You guys are seeing me. It's okay. Peanut butter cookie, Glythe? Huh? Peanut butter? Yeah, here. Want peanut butter cookie? Princess? You speak? Yeah. She says, yeah.
What's the fan in here?
The what?
What's the fan in here?
Yeah, okay. That one there, right there, not this one. Yeah. What about you, Princess? Here.
Mama, did you make these cookies before?
No, it's trial and error. Something you do on your pour, trial and error.
I pour cookies. Yeah.
Right, trial and error. So it said I had 10,000 people viewing right now. They're all watching the shorts. And people have watched a lot of the shorts. Like, hey, I'm trying to talk here. Don't cut me off. Wish I had some milk. Sorry, my dog made it cut out twice. Now I need a water. The other day, me and my wife scrubbed the living shit out of the inside of his refrigerator. It was so bad. All the older kids grew up and moved out, right? And I asked them for decades, hey, you want to clean the fridge? No, you know what I mean? So I got sick of looking at it and ripped everything out of there, threw it all over the fucking place, made a huge goddamn mess everywhere, and scrubbed the living shit out of the inside of it. You want to see? It used to be fucking nasty down underneath them things. So there's my cookies. I just put them in there. Old taco meat that'll go with the dogs that my wife collects. Like I said, she collects things. And I don't know why she's collecting that. That's just the batter for more cookies. I don't know why she's collecting that. But it was fucking disgusting in here before. You know what I mean? This ain't even my refrigerator, but fuck, man, it was bad. It was really, really bad. Like, some of the pieces for the shelves are missing. That right there doesn't, you know what I mean? This doesn't stay together. You know what I mean? And then it doesn't do me any good just getting a new refrigerator. Oh, why did it zoom in? Is there two different cameras? That camera looks better. And I'm not even that close. Ooh, got the bar Franks. Okay. So, yeah, that's the inside of my fridge. Nothing fancy in there, other than you can tell how poor I actually am. I buy a new fridge, that stove right there is mine. You know what I mean? That stove was mine. I wouldn't even be able to stream in here the way that old stove looked. Like, it was the shittiest thing you'd ever seen, and we were stuck using one burner until I said enough, you know what I mean? This fucking thing is a death trap. And it had the old coil burner on it, and we had these really fucking nice pots. You know what I mean? These expensive fucking from Bed Bath and Beyond fucking pots. And the burner got so hot, and maybe it got wet or something like that, but electricity decided to flow through both, and it blew a hole. My wife was cooking fucking chili, I think it was. It blew a fucking hole right through it, and the thing's like, you know what I mean, a quarter thick stainless. It blew a hole right through it. It was like, whap! You know what I mean? It sounded like somebody shot the fucking Moonraker laser in my kitchen, and I was like, what the fuck was that? Oh my god! It was in the living room. Come running in there, and the fucking stove's on fire. It's like, holy fuck, you know what I mean? And I put, like, they're gonna throw water. I'm like, no, don't even fucking try it. It'd be make it worse. So I put it out, you know what I mean? Smothered it out with a towel, I think I did. I got a fire extinguisher over there, a big ass motherfucker. But I went out and got that stove. So my wife now we can use the bottom. Before the bottom of the stove, that's why we got a conventional oven. That's why it's really crowded on my stove, in my kitchen. We got the conventional oven. We used that thing for years, you know what I mean, as a stove. And anybody that's been following me for a while has seen the one with me, like the chicken patties one, and like you just throw them in there. It's like something you'd have in a shop, you know what I mean? If I got a shop, I'm probably going to put that sucker in there. That's what I'm going to use for cooking in the shop. But the other stove, you know what I mean? I ain't leaving that here. No, because, you know what I mean? The shit we got stuck with, some of the stuff I made it look a hell of a lot nicer than it did on a budget. You know what I mean? The walls are painted. They used to be stained. It was like somebody had a fucking rhinoceros in this cocksucker living, and then the back bedroom, this one right over here, the one that's got the walls that are pink, looked like somebody built an engine in it on the floor, literally, when we moved into it. They were some nasty motherfuckers. That's all I gotta say. The people that were in here, they were still in here when we moved in. It's like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? And then when they did, you were kicked out. You know what I mean? They got the hint. Oh, we're kicked out. You know what I mean? He said he's renting this. You know what I mean? It legitly was. So they got their shit out in a fucking hurry, but they left all of their nasties here. You know what I mean? Stinking ass underwear and fucking dog shit fucking that they had from their dog that they abandoned when they finally moved out of here. So that's just me explaining this shithole. You know what I mean? Nothing but memories. You know what I mean? When I say I don't plan on quitting what I do for YouTube, for anybody that's gonna go back again in a bad spot, this to the living room. Bear with me. Let's go for a walk. But too much shit. Just bring with me. Ashtray. Light goes out. Stuff over. Stuff over dogs. Make sure the wife ain't in here so I can turn the TV down so I don't get in trouble. If it decides to kick in music. Okay. Just mute it. So this place was, you know what I mean, and people got to make funny of it, you know what I mean. Don't bring things that I already know, you know what I mean, to try to make me feel bad about where I live. Don't try to make me feel bad about the things I post either, you know what I mean. It's for the fun of things, you know what I mean. I'm not trying to do anybody harm, you know what I mean. It could be worse, you know what I mean. You know what I mean? I ain't out doing, you know, troubling fucking others. I ain't stealing shit. I ain't doing drugs. I don't drink. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not doing negative things in real life. I'm just being a normal person. You know what I mean? Some people really get on my nerves how negative people gotten over the years. I got peanut butter cookies all over my shirt. So it's kind of upsetting. It might seem like it bothers me, but I'm going to give you some shit. You know what I mean? And like there was one that I posted today. They're like, you know, we don't have the same beliefs. Maybe you should post your address. It's like, nope. Guess what? Remove your comment. You thought you got your thunder liking all your friends or the same emails because some of them dickweeds, right? The Democrats will have like 14 different emails just so they can continue to say things when people block them a million times. So nope, you're removed. You know what? Guess what? I don't even care. You ain't commenting on this one. You can watch it and be upset, but guess what? Dislike it all you want. It's just gonna get more views. That's how YouTube actually works. So the ones that are negative about it, you know what I mean, when whoever goes and views this, the ones that are negative don't get it, you know what I mean. You can dislike it, you can not recommend it, but guess what today happened? Their guy just told me, not recommending your page. Well, guess what? It doesn't affect me. It affects yourself. You don't see my stuff. Others still will. You know what I mean? It doesn't get spread out to others. So, here's the facts. You still viewed my stuff, and I'll say this a million times, you still viewed my stuff. And by me switching it so people can't comment, if they couldn't comment on there and they get so bent out of shape because they're Democrats and they gotta say something, they're gonna go comment on something else. Guess what? You viewed my stuff 2 times. So that's how smart I am. I'm not dumb by any means. I might look dumb, I might be poor, but you know what I mean? I'm actually pretty fucking smart. So, you know what I mean? I get a kick out of it. Like, literally, you know what I mean? This ain't the only page I have either. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I ain't done, you know what I mean? I got multiple different goals. And I said it today about my truck. I'm trying to get that done. And originally, you know what I mean? When I say it's my truck, when I'm dead and gone, that truck is going to my daughter. You know what I mean? That's why I'm building it. So, like it or not, you know what I mean? That's originally so I have something to give her. By me creating this YouTube, this is gonna all this stuff is gonna help her, because you know what I mean? I'm telling you, I don't like where I'm at. I don't. It's fucking annoying. You think these motherfuckers fire? You know what I mean? These fires, and it doesn't even smell like burning wood. It's all I smell is burning garbage. You know what I mean? So I smell is fucking burning garbage all the time. I don't want to smell that. I don't care. The wind blows it right into my house. You know what I mean? You gotta understand what I mean about it. When people are rubbing it in my face, you don't actually know. You know what I mean? Don't try to make me feel bad, because you know what I mean. You should feel bad for yourself. You should actually be sitting here with me. You know what I mean? And when you get enough people sitting here with me, maybe we can go kick some foots and asses out here and tell them, hey, you're pissing me off. You know what I mean? Stop. You know what I mean? He shouldn't have to tell you. You know, common sense is the wind's blowing that way, and you're sending your burnt garbage fucking scents into his fucking house. You know what I mean? God damn. He fixes your pipes. You guys can't fix your pipes, right? He fixes your water pipes so you have drinking water. You know what I mean? That's what they don't understand. Instead you got them smashing glass all over the fucking driveway. Who moves it? Who picks it up? Me and the other lady that has her kid. You know what I mean? Well, a couple other people did today, because I yelled at her kid because her kid broke a bottle. But as I'm going down the driveway, after that fact of that, we find more fucking broken window glass. It's like, let's break the window glass from whatever fucking here on the fucking driveway where everybody's gonna drive through. Okay? Try me. You know what I mean? I will pour fucking roofing nails across your section of the driveway where you gotta drive up. I will pour them in the grass. You know what I mean? Just cause. If I get one flat tire from it, that's just how I'm gonna be. No hard feelings. But, you know what I mean? If I get a flat tire, I kind of gotta return the favor. That's just, you know what I mean? I probably won't ever do that to somebody. I might just be saying it. It's all for the YouTube, you know what I mean? You gotta put on a show for people. You know what I mean? You gotta get them. Some people hate me, but they're gonna view my stuff regardless. You know what I mean? They do that with Whistle and Diesel. They hate him with things, but still view his stuff, and he gets a ridiculous amount of views from his content, and everybody that views it, it don't matter. You know what I mean? The more views he gets, ads get put on his stuff, and the ad people pay him. That's just how it works. And then he has merch and all the other extra stuff. He could be even running other pages. He doesn't even have to talk. So understand that. I got other pages that I don't even have to talk on, that I have. You know what I mean? I literally have other pages. Some actually know I have them. You know what I mean? I got 77 people on the other page. You know what I mean? I haven't even asked them to come over here, and some of them all of them might even be on here. So, and that's the next phase with that. When I'm building the other trucks, I'm going to work on that when this one's set and ready to be completely 100% up and running. So the Burb Life one would be all the other stuff that you see on here would be for that one. My dogs, family, the joke stuff will be strictly going on there. I've been more focused on one because it's, you know what I mean, I can't do two, because if I do two, one will get all the views, and it, you know what I mean, it doesn't help my original. This is my original, is this one, because of my Facebook page. So that's just how it is, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm not trying to offend anybody. Like when I was saying it in the short, I'm not trying to offend anybody for the shorts. It isn't against YouTube rules. I was trying to fit it all, everything I had to fit into a short, and it ended up being a minute long anyway, because it's hard to explain everything. So when you clip, it's 5 seconds, no more, right? So then you got 10 seconds of your own time that you can use. So it theoretically is part of yours, but you're using a clip where you can add talk. You know what I mean? You can chat or say what you basically what you've seen. You know what I mean? Other people could do the same thing. Say something completely different, and I could view it. And I already did it to the Ginger Billy one. If you've seen it, he did one. And then he made his little thing with the chicken thing, and then I threw my 2 cents on it and said that because these big ass arms, his big old muscular arms, it's like he's choking the chicken. That's what it looks like. So that's why I made my song with him choking the chicken. So that's how it works. You can't get in trouble for it. Only thing that somebody can do is get offended, and I think these people were from overseas and didn't understand. You know what I mean? They don't. Some people that make shorts don't understand how YouTube actually works. Okay? Some think like, oh, I'm gonna make shorts and get paid from it. No, you're not. You have to have, and I mean this, you have to have 1,000 subscribers. You have to have 4,000 watch hours, and shorts don't count. And you would know this because I have all the shorts. Shorts don't count as watch time hours. You have to have video. You know what I mean? That's how it works. You know what I mean? And even if you have to watch, and a lot of people already do it, most YouTubers probably done it. You could watch say you got 5 hours of your own video footage. And I'm pretty much going to switch this to video so other people can hear it. So if you got 5 hours of video footage, in different, you know what I mean, 5 hours here, 5 hours there, and you put that into a playlist, you can go off that playlist and play it, and it won't change to anything else. And once you start seeing commercials on your own stuff in that playlist, then you know that YouTube has interest in you. And I see commercials on my stuff, so there is some great deal interest on my stuff. I already know this. So if anybody was wondering that, and I did this in a short, and you know what I mean, I'm already at almost I started today off with like 300 some odd subscribers. I'm at 500, just from the clips from the day. I'm at 500 and almost 540 subscribers from it, but my watch time is lacking, you know what I mean? So I'll bring that up, but you know what I mean? I already got the amount of views that you would need for a requirement. There's multiple different requirements for YouTube. Some people just don't get it. Like, you can't, I see a lot of people that, you know what I mean, think it's going to work. You can't hashtag the living shit out of everything because YouTube doesn't like that, okay? I would stay at a minimum of 3 and don't go over 3 of hashtags. Don't hashtag the shit out of stuff because they will hammer you. Okay, you can't use it happened to me and they removed it. You can't use, because I use the PhotoPlay app for pictures because I can do screenshots and then talk with this at the same time. So I do that because it's a form of me editing. It's simple, you know what I mean? I'm a simple person, so, you know what I mean? As crappy as the quality might be, it says you can switch it up to 1080, but it leaves a blurry perimeter on it, but then you can put the mic on if you got a microphone and you can talk into it. And I use this so you don't catch on all like the fans, you know what I mean? Because this is for PC, you know what I mean, PS4 and Xbox. It's got multiple different ends that go in it, and it works very well for what it's worth. But you know what I mean, helping me tell you about how YouTube actually works. I actually understand it. I might look like an idiot, but some people look at it as like, okay, you're gonna put this on there, get a million. Even if you get a short that has, I got one at 50K on it. Do you think it changed my? I could have, you know what I mean. I got one short with over 50K on it. Literally, I got a couple that have quite a lot of views on it, and actually a lot, I should say, and not just quite a few, a lot, with a lot of views on it. And when I mean a lot of views, it's over 500, you know what I mean? Anything into 1,000 is a lot of views that gets spread out, you know what I mean? And they're just going to continue to get views. When I say this, okay? So when I got 50,000 views on one and like 36,000 on another, you think my watch time would go up, but it doesn't work that way. That's just watch time. It goes to regular watch time. There's actually two different watch time bars, and when you get more into views and stuff, some people get confused by it and updated everything. YouTube Studios will actually show you your actual watch time hours. So right now I got actual is like almost 13,000 or 1,300, not 13,000, 1,300 watch time hours, but in reality it's saying I only have like 335 right now, so that's lacking. But it won't take very long, you know what I mean, to get that up. I want to get better cameras, you know what I mean, for everybody else. I know, like, my end, it comes in this is what's fucking pissing me off. And I don't really have to tell you, because some people might see the same thing with their phones, because I'm recording with the phone. But I want to probably switch to a GoPro. Then again, living where I'm at, like, AT&T won't run internet up here because of the people that lived in here before, because they cut the line down on me. And I've been trying to get AT&T, and it kind of pisses me off. So if you're AT&T and you hear that, understand what I mean, because it's bullshit. You know what I mean? When somebody judges me, I actually get judged like that by AT&T. When I say, okay, you want to judge me, and if I was a gas station attendant, you know what I mean, and I wouldn't give you gas, you know what I mean? That's what I mean, because AT&T does the same thing to me. You know what I mean? They won't provide me with internet just because others cut the line down on it, you know what I mean? I thought it was all fiber optic, but apparently there's wiring inside that big thick wire. So the watch time views off a short don't count, maybe sometimes, but not all the time. It would be hard for you to come up with watch time hours. You need to actually make videos, and then, like I said, if you put all your videos that have significant amount of time into like a playlist, and you label them like videos, you could go back and watch that playlist. And if you put in the one guy told, when you go and watch the one video, if somebody might watch it, the one guy said if you put in like 12 hours a day, at the end of the year you'd be right at 4,000 hours. But if you put in 22 hours a day watch time by watching your own stuff, I know it'd be hard to do it with 5 videos. You kind of want 24 videos with an hour each. You know what I mean? So you just, if you understand what I mean. So you bring up the watch time by playing that, and then you might want to clear YouTube. Or actually, you go to YouTube, the YouTube app, and force stop it, because on a phone it'll give you shit. It happens to me all the time. I gotta force stop it. I'm trying to open a bottle of water with one hand. Hey, are you watching this in there? I'm trying to find out if my wife's watching this. They're not answering, so I could always look. Is there a chat? All live chat, right? It should be visible. I'm messing with settings. If you are commenting, I'm going to have to, and then respond to that in words. So again, literally can't see it if it is. So that we're talking about watch time. If you run a live like I'm doing right now, because it's seen that I had 10,000 people watching my stuff on the hour, it's probably up to like 75,000 right now viewing all those clips, maybe an 80. The last time I did it, I made 120 some thousand views in a day. You know what I mean? That's pretty good for me. You know, like if you look at the stats that I show to people, you know what I mean? July, August, September. You know what I mean? We're into September. So, like, I just give it roughly 4 months. I'm at 500 subscribers. And a tremendous amount of views. You know what I mean? I have plenty of content. There's going to be a review process that they're going to be like, holy shit, you know what I mean? He did this in a manner. He really put some effort into it. When you want to run a YouTube page, you put some time into it. And I put a lot of time in it. The thing is, you know what I mean? The more completed my page is, the only better it's going to be, because I haven't traveled anywhere yet. You know what I mean? I will go places. I will knock on people's door. Mr. Beast? Bam, bam, bam. Whistling Diesel, guess what? I took a dump next to your mailbox like I told you on Instagram I'd do. And I'm going to put it on YouTube. You know what I mean? With me doing it. How about that? You know what I mean? Because I will do it. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean? He can always pick it up with a shovel. You know what I mean? Literally, he could just move it with a shovel. He's got that big excavator. I mean, who knows? Maybe I might buy one way bigger than his. You know what I mean? Hitachi 1200 is by far bigger than what he has. You know what I mean? And guess what? It might be used, but it'll be way more powerful. I'll drag that fucking goddamn excavator his anywhere with the Hitachi 1200 in wore out condition. So, just think of that. You know what I mean? So, that's just me. I'm going to try to get this at an hour. Like I said, I do go back. It adds toward, like, watching it. Well, whoever popped out, it'll add towards my watch time hours. But, you know what I mean? I ain't no joke, you know what I mean? When it comes to actually doing things just for the views, you know what I mean? If I gotta wreck a few vehicles, you know what I mean? Right now, I ain't got vehicles. I ain't wrecking the good ones. And square body, Chevys, you know what I mean? I know they're easy for me to find, but certain ones, like my Suburban, are in, like, you might look at it because of the couple of dents in the fenders and then on the door. But that, believe it or not, that truck has very low miles. I have a short about it. You know what I mean? It's zoomed in right on the fucking odometer. It's original miles. I have paperwork on it too somewhere. Too. Other than every bolt's probably been turned on it, except for interior between the center section of the truck. I think that's the only bolts I have not touched on it, is the rear interior. Well, actually, the rear bumper bolts I haven't touched that. It'd be that and the interior screws through the middle of the truck. The whole front of the interior and the front of the truck came forward before, and then I put it back down. I had to clean up. What is it? A heater core. You know what I mean? Fire off in there, and it was spraying fucking coolant everywhere inside the truck, and all that interior had to be pulled back and dried and wiped down. And I still get the scent from it every now and then, because it's just like, there's like it's carpet, and underneath it was like an anti-vibrating carpet, I think, so you don't take in all the other vibrations. It's somewhat quiet, and it's not as loud in it, but it's loud to me. You know what I mean? I could make it quieter. If you guys follow Merrick's Garage, his Suburban, for having that Cummings in it, it's pretty goddamn quiet. You know what I mean? I give him props. There's a couple of things that he just did a thing, things he likes and he doesn't like about that. The only thing I don't like is, you know what I mean, he put that suspension in, and then I always look at the back axle, and I don't want to throw him under the bus, but I don't know how he can look at the truck with the rear axle being pushed back the way it is. To me, it seems like the leaf springs need to be flipped around. He told me personally that they're like 63-inch springs on the back, kind of similar to how I wanted to do it. but his is on a tension shackle, and I'd rather have a shackle flip. I prefer a shackle flip on anything leaf spring. It's just me, you know what I mean? Leaf cigarettes suck, but other than that, they're made in America. So, I don't know. I wouldn't put a Cummins in a square body. You know what I mean? It was meant to be in a Dodge. That's just how I am. You know what I mean? A Hemi is meant to be in a Mopar. Cummins is meant to be in a Dodge. Although I have driven at the landfill trucks Fords that had Cummins built into them. They were factory that way. So they came factory with a Cummins. So if some people didn't know that, there's commercial trucks that had a Cummins, and it was an option. Some people don't know that. Or somebody bought them and put it in it, but you know, it is a commercial truck, and it looks factory to me. You know, it didn't look like it was all. You know, actually, all of that landfill's industrial light duty hook trucks, they all had Cummins in them, every single one of them. So it would have to be something that was an option to me. I used to operate them things. You know what I mean? It's like operating a dump truck, but the back comes off it. Yeah, that. And like some people I see pushing in a trailer, I see truckers that can't pull trailers. Understand what I did with a roll-off. You know what I mean? I put that fucker between two walls that it barely fit in and never fucking rubbed the wall. And I did it being pushing garbage with it too. Garbage would get all caught up in there, and then you had to get the loader in there when it was so built up it couldn't do anything with it. It's like you roll it back and it's like, yep, just isn't gonna work. I gotta, you know what I mean, get the loader in here now, you know what I mean? And it's scrape it all up, put it back in the transfer station. I love that job. Even though it stunk so bad, that landfill job was the coolest fucking job I ever had. There's so much cool stuff come in here. It is like actually hilarious. The cool stuff that comes in there. You think it'd come in the scrapyard? No. Some of the coolest stuff comes in the landfill. Hooker competition, small block headers for a square body truck. You know what I mean? I sold them for $150. Yes, I took them. Tools, you know what I mean? People accidentally, when they're unloading their trailer, they abandon their stuff sometimes, like leaf blowers. One guy came in with a dump truck, dumped this old boat dock in, a fucking brand new chainsaw. I grab at it like, oh, I don't think that's gonna work, you know what I mean? Because it was laying under the dock, and it was dumped in there. And I get out, first pull, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, man. I'm like, and then I start looking at it, I'm like, this fucking thing's brand new. It was a craftsman. It was a craftsman, you know what I mean? The good old pulling, you know what I mean, looked pretty goddamn good, you know what I mean? Because that's what I believe it actually was, a pulling with a craftsman name on it. What else? Stiegel 4-stroke leaf blower, you know what I mean? Like they took it out of the back of their truck, threw their garbage in there, and just drove off and never came back to get it. It's like, yep, claimed, you know what I mean? Claimed, you know what I mean? That's the coolest part about it, claimed. The only thing I didn't like is, well, I can't even say I didn't like it. Yeah, actually, well, refrigerators. You know what I mean? They had a special trailer just for old refrigerators. And some people, when it stopped working, or a hoarder's house or something like that, you come in there, they wouldn't even empty it. And I'd open that thing up, you're like, you're like one with deer parts and shit in it. It's like, oh my God. It's terrible. And especially when it wasn't plugged in, you don't even know. You don't even want to know what that smells like. It is terrible. So, it was the coolest job though. Kind of the scariest thing working about a landfill turkey vultures. You usually here in Arkansas, you see them flying around occasionally, and it's only like maybe 6 at the most. Try like at least 500 of them staring at you at once when you're dumping a load of glass where they're all hanging out and they're all like their hands. They stick their hands out, or their wings out. I can't say hands. They stick their wings out and just bulk themselves up like, and be looking at you like, and you got like 300, 400, 500, almost every single one on this glass pile, like, you know what I mean, the size of the goddamn fucking Appalachian Mountains, you know what I mean? It's glass, you know what I mean? You never seen such a glass pile. They made, they crushed the glass and made, the glass was used to make sandblasting dust. So as I'm dumping glass in there, these, they like, it'd crush it in one thing, and then they scoop it back up when it's crushed, and they had a different device that busts it down even more, and you go through a shaker, and this, you know, maybe mixed with dirt, but the way they shake it and put clean dirt back in it, like the reason why they put it in a pile is because maggots will grow in it, and that's what the birds, the turkey vultures are actually eating, and that's why they just sit on that glass pile like that. They'd be eating all the maggots out of it. So it's like, they'd be looking at you like, you're not taking our food. It's like, I don't want your food. Just leave me alone. Let me dump your glass. You can have it. You know what I mean? I'm just here to drive the truck. That's what I learned about what a cheetah was. And I'm not talking about the actual animal. A cheetah, mechanic-wise, that you, like, if you pop a wheel off a rim, you use it, you fill it's like an air tank. And you fill that up full of air, and you put that against your wheel, and it's got a breakover lever, and you put it against the bead of your rim, and it send air into where it's open. It'll send like a direct blow of air into it, and it'll pop it back on the bead. I did it to that hook truck wheel, one of the dualies on it, because I popped one off the rim before, and I wasn't about to try to fuck with the bead lock. You know what I mean? It was a dually. You know what I mean? And it wasn't your ordinary dually. It had like a 5-ton rear end in it. So it wasn't about to mess with that shit at all. And it ain't mine. You know what I mean? It ain't mine. But anyway, we had one view in here. There might be some, it glitches, like I said. Some might be viewing it and I can't see it. They don't tell me till later. But anyway, I'd say today was a good day for me. I hope that everybody else had a good day. You know what I mean? There's no need to be negative. I might say things that might seem negative. It's like, down to earth. I just want to say it like it. Down to earth. When you're down to earth with people, people don't tend to like you being down to earth with them. They get so bent out of shape, you know what I mean? Like you're supposed to lie to them. To me, I think that's shady. If you gotta lie to somebody, you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like Jocko. I'm not saying Jocko's a liar, but Jocko, his podcast, I like watching his stuff. He will honestly tell you things. Like people ask him questions, he will honestly tell you how he feels about things. And I don't know why people get so satisfied, but what he says, but I'm pretty much doing the same damn thing he says. You know what I mean? There really isn't no reason to get mad about things, but hell, you know what I mean? When you get hit with negative comment after negative comment, come on now, you know what I mean? All you're doing is setting the tone for me to keep these on going, and I'll keep making them. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna stop me. You the only way you're gonna stop me from making these videos if you hand me $1 billion. That's the only way you're gonna stop me from doing it, because you know what I mean. that would stop me from doing it. But on the other hand, I'm doing this. I'm doing this like it's a job. You know what I mean? Some people have a hard time getting views. When you want to run a YouTube page, you better make it a job. You know what I mean? And this is what a lot of people do. I know Whistling Diesel does it. Diesel Dave does it. You know what I mean? Mr. Beast does it. He's got people that work for him. You know what I mean? They work on their own time. I'm doing this by myself, on my own, without makeup on. and I'm old. You know what I mean? I was born in 1984. You know what I mean? I'm older than my truck. That's how old I am. My burb's in 88. Okay, I'm 4 years older than that truck. So you know what I mean? I'm kind of antique nowadays. I used to say the same thing when I was young, that other people are old, but you know what I mean? You get old, and then somebody later on, some young kid is gonna call you old. So when you're old, just understand that some young kid is gonna call you old. Don't mean to be smoking, but you know what I mean? I've been doing it since I was young, not old, because I'm old. My wife turns on the stupidest shit and just leaves it on. It's like a ghost show. Oh, I got the hiccups from her cookies. The hiccups. You know what a hiccup is? It's a hiccup. Like today, built Ford Tough, that short. I literally spelled it the way Tough Country spells their biz tough. You know what I mean? TUFF. I did that on purpose. It can be said that way and spelled that way because other places are using it that way. You gotta love the H2O. I gotta actually drink it because I got medical problems that I don't tell people. Like, I almost died like 2 years ago. It happened to me twice, actually, where your pancreas swells up and it starts, like, literally it almost exploded. And I wouldn't say died, but you know what I mean, literally felt like somebody was pulling my insides out through my rib cage. It was pushing pressure on my back. It was pushing pressure on the ribs. Like literally, it felt like if you have a cramp, you might think that hurts. Women might say my cramps. They don't even, only if they fucking knew what that felt, what my pain of the cramp felt like. Literally, it would put you down. Literally, my daughter had to sit there and deal with it while my wife was at work when I was watching her until I couldn't take it anymore. I had to, you know what I mean, call other people, have her come get my daughter, and literally be brought to the emergency room. That's how bad it was. And they told me that it was my pancreas. It might be diabetic. People still believe I'm diabetic. I use other additives for it, so I don't even use, like, literally the prescription for the diabetic stuff's like over $500, and you know what I mean, I can't afford that, you know what I mean, per month, and it's one little vial of it. So it's like, you guys are fucking ridiculous, because I already know that, you know what I mean. I told myself that I don't think I am, and it's been over like about 3 years now. I haven't had any issues ever again. And before I wasn't drinking as much water, so I think that did a toll on it. So now I try to drink at least 4 bottles of water a day because of it. Back then I was drinking like 3 Monster energy drinks and eating a lot of fast food, and I promote the wife not to getting fast food, so we don't really eat it anymore from it. So, you know what I mean? You start thinking you're indestructible until things like that hit you, and it's like, you know what I mean? Why me? You gotta understand. So, that's what they said. My mom, she still thinks that I'm diabetic, but I haven't used that medicine. I still have it. You know what I mean? And it's probably fired off by now. But, even my test strips ran out like 2 years ago, and I haven't tested my blood sugar. Haven't need to. I haven't felt like, ever since I had that visit, you know what I mean, and they are giving me fluids. It was like a combo of things in the doc. That's why I don't like what doctors say sometimes, because sometimes they're like completely inaccurate. And if you understand how diabetes works, you need your medicine, and I haven't taken it, so I don't believe that I actually am in years. So if you understand what I mean about it, I'm not saying try to do it yourself if you're diabetic, because if you actually are, you know what I mean, and you know 100% that you actually are, you should be, because you'll lose your feet, your fingers, and everything. I read the whole damn book that I got it sitting over there on my broken bar stools. It's no joke to play around with. Like, literally, my wife, she hurt her back, and she's older than me, you know what I mean? She's kind of a legend. A legend in the making, literally. Like, you know what I mean? People ask me, you do realize there's a years difference, a couple years difference. It's like, yeah, you know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? When you love somebody, you love somebody, you know what I mean? It's just how it is. So, my wife's like, she's like Tom Brady. She's as old as Tom Brady, let's just put it that way. And I'm 38, so not much of a year's difference, but some people have a problem with it. So today's production on all the clips and shorts did very well. Like, you know what I mean? If we were one of the people that subscribe today, appreciate it. You know what I mean? Maybe we'll do like a giveaway or something when everything gets bigger on my page. You know what I mean? Probably a pretty good one. Like, some people, they run them giveaways and you can tell that they're full of shit. I'm not trying to call people up, but the stuff that Diesel Dave does, I think he's full of shit with the giveaway. You pay $50. He's doing it with the one. You pay $50. Think about if you get 100,000 people that pay you $50, the amount of profit you make, and you're never going to win a truck. You know what I mean? The truck was something from a dealership that they fixed up, and it's being sold at a dealership. And you never see any people that actually say, hey, look this is the truck I want from Diesel Dave, without Diesel Dave standing there. Everybody like that on YouTube's actually like that. You never actually see them actually deliberately posting, like, at least I've never seen any. You know what I mean? To me, it's just, you never see anybody like, I won this from this YouTuber. Like 2-3 years later, you know what I mean? Some might want to keep the stuff and not sell it. That's the way I look at it. So the $50 thing would go to like a t-shirt, some couple stickers and a Matchbox car or something stupid. So you get something that's got the value of like $30 that you paid $50 for, and you're guaranteed to get in that bag of garbage pretty much, because a t-shirt only costs like $15 to make. I mean, I'm going to have to make some of my own, so why wouldn't I know about this? You know what I mean? You could probably make them for $10. So, especially if you got the machine to do it, it won't cost you anything but t-shirts, and sometimes you can find t-shirts out of where, you know what I mean, one of those bin buying places, blank t-shirts that are different colors. Oh, well, all we got is these colors. You ever wonder that, why people have just that? We only have these colors. We don't have an orange, you know what I mean? Or red, or one of these reds. It's usually like a black, or plain Jane, like a black, you know what I mean? A red, maybe a white. Like, let's dig 18. He's like the only one that has his own legit color. It's green. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure all of his shirts are green and gray. So he has his own set of shirts, and he actually makes his stuff. He shows you that stuff, so I give him props with that. I don't know, like, to me it just seems like there's too much bullshit when it comes to doing giveaways, but I'll eventually do one when I have the ability to. A couple of them maybe, not so many though. You get them people that, you know what I mean, try to pose. That, like, say they try to pose as me and I did a live chat and they're like, or even in comments like, oh, you won. It's like, no, you didn't. Guess what? I can see what you wrote. You know what I mean? I'm on top of it immediately. You can't get away with that with me because it's deleted. There's no stealing no information. And I'll literally make sure that that doesn't happen. It's actually annoying. I've said it to a couple of people. It's like, dude, but he ain't doing a giveaway. Why are you trying to pose as him? You know what I mean? They pose as, like if they were to pose as me, saying I did a giveaway, and then like say, you having on your end, are you having issues with the camera? You know what I mean? If you can chat, say something. That's all I want to know. You know what I mean? Because I might be able to adjust the camera. Might be able to do a tweak to it. I can't tell because on my end, I think I was trying to say this before. On my end, it looks clear as day, and then when I post it, are you watching me? Ask my wife. She just don't answer. So on my end, it comes in clear, and then when I go back and watch it, it comes in as shitty as fuck sometimes. It's like, what the hell's happening? And sometimes I don't. I think it's my bars on my phone that are doing it. So I want to know. But yeah, the video, or not the videos, but these posers will try to they'll get you to click on their stuff and steal your information. You know what I mean? They tried to do that to me with Diesel Dave, and that's why I call him out, because he's so full of bullshit that other people are going to pose as him and you'd actually believe it. So they're trying to say that I won a truck, and they actually tried it to me 2 different times. 2 different people, which was funny about it. So 2 different people tried to tell me that I won through Facebook on this stuff, and it turned out it's actual bullshit. You know what I mean? And then the information they give you, too, it's like, we got to be confidential. You can't tell anybody, not even your wife or kids, you know what I mean, that you won a truck. That's, you know what I mean, the sketchiest thing somebody could ever tell you. Don't believe that, because you have the right to tell anybody that you won. I'm going to cut this off, though, because we're going to be getting at an hour, exactly an hour. So thanks for subscribing. Thanks for the views. Thanks for watching my stuff. I love you. Greatly appreciate it. And we hit a record number indeed today. Thank you.